Hello, dear learners, and in this session, let us go through merits and demerits of capitalism. On one hand, capitalism offers freedom and encourages innovation, but on the other hand, it leads to disparities and market imbalances. Imagine companies like Flipkart or Ola. These are examples of capitalism encouraging entrepreneurship, and the result has been disruptive for both the e-commerce and ride-hailing sectors. It has led to growth and employment opportunities for people in India. However, various reports have mentioned the concentration of wealth in a few cities or among few individuals, while rural areas and smaller cities or towns remain underdeveloped. However, various reports have mentioned the concentration of wealth in a few cities or among few individuals, while rural areas and smaller cities or towns remain underdeveloped. Understanding capitalism as a coin with both its faces helps people and the government to take appropriate action. By the end of this session, you will be able to explain the basics of capitalism, evaluate the merits of capitalism, analyze the demerits of capitalism, and critically assess the impact of capitalism on economies and society. We will start with merits of capitalism, and one by one we will explore the merits in depth. So, merits of capitalism, consumer needs. One of the key advantages of capitalism is that production is highly responsive to consumer needs and preferences. In a capitalist system, businesses are incentivized to produce goods and services that consumers actually want. This consumer centric approach leads to the highest possible levels of consumer satisfaction. By focusing on what consumers desire, businesses aim to gain their loyalty and expand their market presence. This ensures that resources are allocated efficiently and that the market caters to real needs, not just what producers think is best. Merits of capitalism, economic growth. Capitalism allows individuals to own and manage private property. Private property rights also include the inheritance of private property by the successors. This gives people an incentive to accumulate wealth, knowing they can pass it down to their descendants. So, the individuals start saving and investing a portion of their income. More investments result in an increased rate of capital formation. Higher capital means more resources are available for investment, which drives the economic growth. Merits of capitalism, freedom of choice. In a capitalist system, businesses have the freedom to operate as they see fit, which allows for the efficient allocation of resources throughout the economy. Individuals are free to pursue any occupation they choose based on their skills and preferences. Thus, human resources are automatically directed towards different professions. The absence of forced or directed labor enables the workforce to find roles where they can maximize their potential. This leads to an efficient allocation of human resources. Additionally, the freedom of contract allows various production units to operate with maximum efficiency and adaptability. Merits of capitalism, efficient production. Efficiency is an important component of capitalism. It promotes the efficient use of limited resources with minimal waste. Also, it fosters fierce competition among entrepreneurs and producers to produce and market goods and services as per customer demands. At the same time, all the operations have to be as efficient as possible. Profit maximization is another driver for entrepreneurs and producers. Due to all these factors combined, what do you think they would resort to? This constant drive to maximize profit encourages businesses to cut costs and reduce waste as much as possible. Merits of capitalism, variety of goods. In capitalism, competition is not limited to just pricing. As a customer, you would have visited stores to buy products and would have personally experienced the variety of choices in one particular category. Thus, the competition goes beyond pricing. It includes product shape, design, color, and packaging. This results in a wide variety of same products for consumers to choose from. Thus, in a free market economy, the customers have variety of goods and also variety in a single product to choose from. One of the reasons is meeting a wide range of tastes and preferences of customers. Merits of capitalism, rewards and penalties. Capitalism provides an automatic system of rewards and penalties. Efficient producers are encouraged through profits, making them more successful. The automatic system of rewards and penalties are driven by price mechanisms. It rewards efficiency while penalizing inefficiency. There is no need for external inducements, as the system itself motivates businesses to be productive and innovative. In this way, the market ensures that resources are allocated to the most efficient producers while driving out the less effective ones. Merits of capitalism, risk taking, and innovation. Capitalism nurtures risk taking and innovation. Entrepreneurs are encouraged to take risks. The higher the risk, higher is the potential reward in revenues. At the same time, to increase their profits and to reduce costs, they search for new and better ways of production and distribution. This contributes in developing the nation's technological capabilities. Such technological advancements result in rapid growth, increased employment opportunities, and higher incomes. Both innovators and investors need protection. This is provided through patents, copyrights, and trademarks. They protect and reward innovators and investors, ensuring they profit from their inventions and creations. Merits of capitalism, flexibility. Capitalism is known for its inherent flexibility. This economic system can quickly adapt to changing conditions. For example, during times of conflict, market rules can be implemented to support the resolution effort. Once peace is restored, the economy can easily revert to the free operation of the markets. This flexibility allows capitalism to navigate through shifts smoothly. Now, we will proceed to explore and understand the demerits of capitalism. Firstly, demerits of capitalism, inequality. A major criticism of capitalism is the inequality in the distribution of wealth and income. The private property system often leads to widening income disparities between classes. Those who already possess wealth can acquire more resources and start bigger businesses, while those without property or with less property depend solely on their labor for income. This concentration of resources in the hands of a few leads to a significant portion of national income going to property owners, while the wages and salaries of the majority of the population remain relatively low. Their share in the national income is also very low. Demerits of capitalism, class struggle. According to some critics of capitalism, class conflict is unavoidable in a capitalist system. The capitalist society is divided into two main classes: The haves, who own the means of production, and the have-nots, who are the wage-earning workers. The majority population makes up the group of have-nots. Capitalists tend to take advantage of wage earners. Constant such disagreements lead to conflict and labor unrest. This can manifest in strikes, lockouts, and other forms of tension, impacting employment and production. Demerits of capitalism, social costs. Industrialization and capitalism extract high social costs. Profit maximization is the main motive, as we had previously studied. In such a case, what do you think would a factory owner or an entrepreneur prioritize? The negative impacts of industrialization and capitalism on the broader community and environment are ignored. This leads to environmental pollution and the development of slums in urban areas. Proper housing provisions are very rarely provided by industries, due to which slums develop. On the other hand, environmental pollution would include water contamination, air pollution through smoke and toxins, and noise pollution through establishment of factories around residential areas. Demerits of capitalism, excessive competition. The freedom of choice and variety that capitalism offers can come at a significant cost. When there is excessive competition, the companies drive up costs because they are fighting over the same resources. The high costs are passed on to the customers. Apart from that, due to a variety of goods being present, there is wasteful advertising because companies are now spending a lot more money to market the varieties. Sometimes the products might look good on paper but are not up to the expectations, but customers might end up buying due to heavy promotions. So think of some products that have been heavily promoted but were subpar in quality. Demerits of capitalism, instability. The capitalist economy is inherently unstable. The business cycle tends to experience cyclical periods of boom and bust. During a downturn, workers lose their jobs, factories shut down, and prices drop. Conversely, during a boom, speculative activity surges, leading to rapid price increases. This constant back and forth between economic highs and lows result in wasted resources. While booms can seem promising, the downturns create significant challenges, including layoffs and financial losses. Ultimately, the unpredictable nature of the capitalist system can lead to instability. Demerits of capitalism, unemployment and underemployment. In a capitalist economy, unemployment and underemployment are common. During periods of economic depression, large number of labor force experiences unemployment due to business fluctuations. The market struggles to adjust quickly, meaning many people remain unemployed or underemployed for extended periods. Jobs, especially full-time positions, are more readily available during times of economic growth. However, as the economy contracts, these jobs also dwindle. This slow adjustment and business cycles leave workers vulnerable to job insecurity. Demerits of capitalism, growth. A free market economy may function automatically without any interference. Development and growth in such an economy will still be gradual. However, this development will not be all round. Since there has been no interference, some regions will lead and some will lag in growth and development, even if the economy is growing. Similarly, a capitalist system does not ensure balanced economic growth across sectors. In the current scenario, the technology sector has been booming with profits and advancements. However, industries like agriculture and manufacturing may face stagnation or slower progress. Demerits of capitalism, exploitation, and monopolies. In a capitalist system, workers are often exploited and paid less than their contribution value to production. Due to a lack of bargaining power with wealthy capitalists, they are frequently exploited. Theoretically, a capitalist economy is competitive. In reality, the few rivals frequently reach a consensus and take advantage of the customer to cement their dominance in specific production lines. Larger companies may acquire or dismantle smaller ones. They have little incentive to increase production efficiency but continue to charge exorbitant costs. Now, let us summarize. In this topic, you have learned that capitalism as an economic system emphasizes private ownership, competition, and a profit driven economy. The key benefits of capitalism, such as increased economic growth, efficient resource allocation, variety of consumer choices, and innovation driven by profit motive. The disadvantages of capitalism, such as inequality, exploitation of workers, monopolistic practices, and economic instability, and balanced perspective on capitalism. With this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you and happy learning.